Ladies and gentlemen, today we'll be exploring one of the most significant events in the history of the Catholic Church and Renaissance architecture, the consecration of St. Peter's Basilica. This momentous occasion, which took place on November 18, 1626, marked the culmination of over a century of ambitious construction and artistic endeavor. To fully appreciate the significance of this event, we must first understand its historical context. The story begins in the 15th century when the decision was made to replace the aging old St. Peter's Basilica, a structure dating back to the 4th century and built by Roman Emperor Constantine. The old basilica had served as the heart of the Catholic Church for over a millennium, but time had taken its toll, and a new, grander structure was envisioned to reflect the Church's power and prestige. The old basilica had served as the heart of the Catholic Church for over a millennium, but time had taken its toll, and a new, grander structure was envisioned to reflect the Church's power and prestige. Construction of the new St. Peter's Basilica began on April 18, 1506, under the patronage of Pope Julius II. This marked the beginning of a colossal undertaking that would span 120 years and involve some of the most renowned architects and artists of the Renaissance period. The project was not without its challenges. Over the course of its construction, St. Peter's Basilica faced numerous obstacles. Financial hurdles were perhaps the most persistent. The sheer scale and grandeur of the project required immense resources, leading to controversial fundraising methods such as the sale of indulgences, a practice that would later contribute to the Protestant Reformation. Funding inconsistencies resulted in alternating periods of efficient construction and slow progress. Political and leadership challenges also plagued the project. As the construction spanned multiple papacies, each pope brought different visions and priorities to the table. Architectural disagreements were common, with successive architects often altering or undoing their predecessors' work, leading to delays and design changes. Public opposition was another factor, as the decision to demolish the old St. Peter's Basilica was highly contentious among the faithful. Engineering and structural difficulties presented formidable challenges. The construction of the massive dome, measuring 42 meters in diameter and soaring 138 meters high, was one of the most daunting aspects of the project. The marshy ground beneath the basilica posed risks of sinking, requiring innovative foundation solutions. There were also concerns about whether the piers could support the enormous dome, leading to reinforcements and redesigns. Early construction phases even used improperly mixed materials, resulting in structural weaknesses that had to be addressed. Despite these challenges, the project moved forward, driven by the vision and determination of its patrons and architects. Several renowned Renaissance masters contributed to its design over the decades. Donato Bramante provided the original design, conceptualizing a centrally planned Greek cross layout. Michelangelo later enhanced the design and created the iconic dome that would come to dominate the Roman skyline. Maderno added the nave and facade, extending the basilica's layout to a Latin cross plan. Finally, Gian Lorenzo Bernini completed the final additions, including the magnificent baldacchino and the chair of St. Peter. As we approach the consecration date, it's important to understand the architectural and artistic context of the time. The basilica's design reflected both Renaissance and Baroque influences, which were dominant during its construction period. The Renaissance style is evident in the use of classical elements, such as the employment of various classical orders: Doric, Ionic, Corinthian, Composite, and Tuscan. The emphasis on symmetry, proportion, and harmony in the basilica's design are key principles of Renaissance architecture. The Baroque influence, on the other hand, is apparent in the dramatic use of light and shadow, the expansive interior spaces, and the elaborate ornamentation. The facade, designed by Carlo Maderno, features grandiose columns and intricate sculptures typical of the Baroque style. This blending of Renaissance and Baroque elements makes St. Peter's Basilica a unique architectural masterpiece, bridging two significant periods in art history. Now, let's focus on the consecration ceremony itself, which took place on November 18, 1626. Pope Urban VIII, who had overseen the final stages of the basilica's completion, performed the consecration. The date was carefully chosen to coincide with the supposed 100th anniversary of the dedication of Old St. Peter's by Pope Sylvester I, thus emphasizing the continuity between the old and new structures. The consecration ritual was rich in symbolism and tradition. One of the most striking elements was the inscription of the Latin and Greek alphabets in two intersecting stripes of ashes on the church floor. This ashen cross spanned the entire surface of the building, forming the monogram Chi to declare Christ as the church's foundation. The use of both Greek and Latin alphabets symbolized the universality of the church, reflecting its role as the center of Western Christianity. While the core elements of the consecration ritual were likely similar to those used in other church consecrations of the time, including anointing with chrism and the use of relics, the sheer scale and significance of St. Peter's Basilica made this event particularly elaborate and memorable, have been on a much grander scale than for a typical church. The immense size of the basilica, 218 meters long, 136 meters high, and covering 23,000 square meters, meant that the consecration ritual would have been on a much grander scale than for a typical church. The artistic and architectural prominence of the basilica added to the splendor of the consecration. The structure housed works by renowned Renaissance artists like Michelangelo, Bernini, Canova, and Raphael, making the ceremony not just a religious event, but also a celebration of artistic achievement. The papal involvement in the consecration was another factor that set this event apart. As the most important church in Catholicism, the consecration was performed by Pope Urban VIII himself, rather than a lower-ranking bishop, underscoring the basilica's supreme importance in the Catholic world. The consecration of St. Peter's Basilica held immense symbolic value. It represented the center of the Catholic world and the seat of papal authority. This event marked the official opening of the church as a major pilgrimage destination for Catholics worldwide, a role it continues to fulfill to this day. From an engineering perspective, the consecration celebrated numerous innovations that made the construction of St. Peter's Dome possible. The dome features a double shell design, with an inner shell made of brick for structural support and an outer shell of lead for protection from the elements. This allowed for a lighter overall structure while maintaining strength and durability. The dome's ribbed structure served both aesthetic and structural purposes, distributing the weight evenly and enhancing overall stability. Recent research has revealed an extensive use of iron reinforcements, with 7 internal iron rings discovered, similar to modern reinforced concrete techniques. The innovative bricklaying technique employed in the dome's construction is particularly noteworthy. Bricks were laid in a cross-herringbone spiraling pattern in the inner shell, creating a double helix of support that distributed weight and thrust within the structure. This technique ensured stability at each stage of construction, eliminating the need for scaffolding. The use of pendentives to transition from the square base to the circular dome was another significant innovation, allowing for a smoother transition between shapes. This technique has since been widely adopted in modern architecture. The lantern at the top of the dome serves both functional and aesthetic purposes, allowing natural light to enter the basilica while adding to the overall height and grandeur of the structure. These engineering innovations not only made the construction of St. Peter's Dome possible, but also influenced future architectural practices. The techniques used in its construction continue to inspire modern architects and engineers, demonstrating the enduring impact of this remarkable structure. As we conclude our exploration of the consecration of St. Peter's Basilica, let's reflect on the top 10 reasons why this event was important in history. 1. Architectural achievement. It marked the completion of one of the greatest works of Renaissance architecture, which remains the largest church in the world by interior measure. 2. Religious significance. The consecration officially opened one of the holiest sites in Christianity, believed to be built over the burial site of St. Peter, the first pope. 3. Artistic showcase. The basilica houses numerous masterpieces by Renaissance artists, making it a testament to the artistic achievements of the era. 4. Engineering marvel. The construction of the dome involved innovative techniques that influenced future architectural practices. 5. Symbol of papal authority. The new basilica reinforced the Vatican's position as the center of the Catholic world. 6. Historical continuity. The consecration date was chosen to link the new basilica with its ancient predecessor, emphasizing the church's long history and tradition. 7. Counter-Reformation statement. The grandeur and scale of the basilica served as a powerful response to the Protestant Reformation. 8. Cultural impact. St. Peter's Basilica has become an enduring symbol of Rome and Western civilization. 9. Pilgrimage destination. The consecration established the basilica as a major pilgrimage site for Catholics worldwide. 10. Architectural influence. The design and construction techniques used in St. Peter's have inspired countless other buildings around the world. In conclusion, the consecration of St. Peter's Basilica was far more than a religious ceremony. It was a statement of the Catholic Church's power, artistic patronage, and continuity with its past. It marked the beginning of a new era for the Vatican and solidified the basilica's place as one of the most important religious and architectural structures in the world. The event celebrated human achievement in art, architecture, and engineering, while also serving as a powerful symbol of faith and tradition. Even today, nearly 4 centuries later, St. Peter's Basilica continues to awe and inspire millions of visitors each year, standing as a testament to the vision, skill, and perseverance of those who brought it into being. The event celebrated human achievement in art, architecture, and engineering, while also serving as a powerful symbol of faith and tradition. Even today, nearly 4 centuries later, St. Peter's Basilica continues to awe and inspire millions of visitors each year, standing as a testament to the vision, skill, and perseverance of those who brought it into being.